and welcome to the February 2024 edition of SPS Global Insights Report, intended to inform you of critical incidents around the world relating to kidnap, ransom, extortion and piracy. Firstly, we return to the events in Israel, which continue to profoundly transform the global risk landscape. The risk of kidnapping in Israel remains deeply intertwined with the nation's political dynamics. Motivations for kidnapping tend to be political, limiting the ability for financial settlement and raising the risks of fatality and extended detainments, as is still witnessed by the estimated 132 hostages who remain detained in Gaza. While the heavy securitization of border regions with Palestine limits the likelihood of further mass kidnappings, as the conflict persists, other hotspots such as the northern border remain of concern. Hezbollah may attempt to perpetrate cross-border abductions, including the targeting of Israeli Defense Force personnel, as a likely prelude to any expanded conflict. Finally, the risks do not only stem from Islamic organizations in the region. The Palestinian Prisoners Club reports that over 3,480 Palestinians are still being detained in Israeli prisons without charge or trial. Detainments in such quantities pose risks for any personnel in the region, as seen with the reported detainment of 3 US nationals in the Israeli Defense Force raid within the West Bank in the first week of February, and the fatality of a US national, Tawfiq Jabbar, in January, highlighting that no preferential treatment will be granted to any personnel regardless of nationality. We move on now to Latin America and to Chile, where escalating criminality continues to drive an expanded kidnapping risk, resulting in the nation moving up 19 places since 2021 in the recalculated Global Organized Crime Index for 2023. Elevated risks are driven by the arrival and expansion of transnational criminal gangs, including Venezuela's Tren de Aragua. Not only have such transnational organizations fuel kidnap for ransom and extortion risks themselves, but smaller, less organized domestic gangs are increasingly impersonating larger organizations to force larger ransom and extortion payments. In a recent case in late 2023, Venezuelan threat actors demanded a ransom as high as 30 million pesos, around $30,000, while a protection extortion case sought to secure 5 million pesos. As the profitability of such incidents rises, the further spread of kidnap and extortion crimes throughout Chile is expected to continue. Finally, we look to Venezuela, a nation which is estimated to house one of the world's highest kidnapping rates and where nearly 80% of incidents go unreported. Financial incentives continue to drive criminal organizations to conduct express kidnappings, targeting foreign nationals in urban environments. While in more rural areas, the extortion of the local population and trafficked migrants continues to provide large funds for criminal organizations. And this risk is not isolated to threats from domestic groups. The ongoing peace process in Colombia could result in a greater relocation of Colombian criminal organizations, notably including the ELN to Venezuela, where ongoing cooperation between paramilitary groups and the Maduro administration in illicit gold mining operations threatens to provide the financial incentive for these organizations to expand their operations in Venezuela. Such regional developments could see the increasing criminality on the Venezuelan side of the border and heightened risks of the kidnapping these groups have long engaged in. Finally, the state itself compounds the KRE risks across the country. Between 2014 and 2022, the US State Department believes that some 15,777 individuals were unlawfully detained. Such instances will only increase in the build-up to this year's election, as political opposition continues to result in the risk of unlawful detainment. We hope our SPS Global Insights report has been of value and urge you to read the full report for a comprehensive overview of the SPS Kidnapping, Piracy and Ransom Bulletin. Stay tuned for next month's edition.